from Silverback to Brain Tech, and the commissioners went ahead and now we have a county employee that is our IT assistant, so he's here all day, Monday through Friday, weekends in case of emergency for like dispatch or the sheriff's department. It's Matt Hoax. He was in full-time EMT and now he switched to part-time EMT and he does IT full-time. So this is what that's for. It's out of the mainstream fiber fund. There's funds in there. It's just adding his account line to pay him for the rest of the year for that position.
That's why I asked Beth, is this additional monies we're paying, but it's, I don't know.
It's already there.
Yes.
It's just
There's money there that hasn't been used.
It's just a
for
account line.
Yes.
Any questions, Beth, on it?
Well, is it full-time or part-time?
It's a full-time. It's
Okay.
his full-time position
full-time.
now. Yes.
Okay.
And what funds will be coming out of for 2026?
So it's budgeted in the book now.
Yeah, okay, under
It's still under the IT.
IT.
It's part of it is out of not the IT, mainstream fiber fund, and then the other half of it is under the county improvement plan. Yes.
Any other questions for Beth? Now we'll look for a motion.
I'll make the motion to add the additional appropriation.
Got a motion by Brent, we have a second. Second, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Doing under aye this time, right?
Yeah.
Judge.
She put it in bold this time.
Yeah. I was on a board one time, one guy, secretary, voted against everything. And I go, what? He said, I can't spell unanimous, so if I do it that way, I just go 9-1.
Good morning.
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 What?
Enjoy the donut.
Thank you.
Have a happy day.
Thanks.
The town of Otterburn, falling in Tippecanoe County and Benton County, already has like an economic, or a TIF area set up on the Tippecanoe County side, and it's kind of industrial in nature, and it's south of Old 52 and on the Tippecanoe County side. And they sold 8 lots that they were given that they used to be owned by the Payne, Sid and Janet Payne. Had the Central Avenue subdivision that they had platted out and they never really developed. And so those, we had mowing liens on them and stuff. And so when they went up for tax sale, the Tippecanoe County Commissioners gave them to the town. And so the town sold those to a developer through an auction process. And now there's gonna be 8 new homes going in there. So that's on the Tippecanoe County side. And that area is being designated as a residential TIF district. And on the Benton County side, at the Darby subdivision, right next to the trailer courts, there's that small field, 8 acres, that's kind of in there, and some years it's planted, some years it's not. And that just got sold, and that developer is planning on developing the Darby subdivision. I think it's phase 4 or 3 or something like that, but that has about 35 lots in it. And so they're doing, because there's pressure from West Lafayette to add housing, and there's nothing available in town. And so that is the Benton County residential TIF district. And so for these 2 TIF districts, there's one redevelopment commission that covers all of that, that's already in place. And the town intends to try and work with the developers. The town is, on the Tippecanoe County side, paved Central Avenue and ran utility. I keep looking at Ron because he's actually got some first-hand knowledge of this. And ran the sewer and water down the street so the houses could hook on. So they've got those improvements already in the ground before that was auctioned off. And on the Benton County side and the Darby subdivision, I don't think there's any utilities in the ground yet at all.
There's some sewer out there, but
Okay.
yeah, that's about it.
So there's gonna have to be a massive investment in infrastructure for these developments, or especially for the Benton County side to develop. And so that's the purpose of the TIF districts, is to try, so the idea of the TIF district is it captures the real estate taxes and puts it into the redevelopment commission's hands to be used for economic abatement, development, not tax abatement, economic development in the TIF districts or that benefit the TIF districts. Like, for instance, you could buy a fire truck that serviced the whole town if within the town there was a TIF district that was also going to be serviced. I've heard that example given at a conference. But it's going to be expensive on the Benton County side to coordinate between that development and the town, and that's the purpose of that. In order to do these things in steps, you have to have a redevelopment commission, and we have that. You've got to have an economic development plan for both of those residential TIF districts, and there's a generic plan that says we're going to assist with infrastructure somehow with the developer. And there hasn't been no deal struck with either of them, although I was told that on the Benton County side, I think that developer is maybe applying for some grants. And he may have talked to you?
I'm doing it.
Okay, so it sounds like it's a go on the Benton County side, and so so the redevelopment commission last Thursday night and the town council last Thursday night approved those generic plans for the two TIF districts, residential TIF districts. And now the next step will be to create the Economic Development Commission, which I'm telling you, it's ceremonial as far as I'm concerned, because they don't have power to spend money. They're to assist, I don't know if there was a time when redevelopment commissions could be trusted, but it seems like they're a sounding board for the redevelopment commission. But it is required in the statute that you have one. And so I'm being advised by Tom Pittman from Barnes and Thornburg, who is the kind of the godfather of TIFs and redevelopment commissions and helped write most of the laws that are in place today, and everybody hires them. So like Attica, we're working with Tom. Warren County is working with Tom. Goodland is working with Tom. Audubon is working with Tom. Ballard has worked with Tom in the past. I mean, everybody uses Tom. And he is he's a heavyweight, to be sure, and he's got like a whole department of lawyers that help him, but it's good balance against developers who always seem to be represented by the same couple of law firms and always come in with the same requests. It's good to have somebody that's got a big stick on your side to keep everything in check and know what to expect, and to tell the Audubon Town Council what to expect. And so on the Economic Development Commission, there are 3 members. There's a member that's appointed by the Audubon Town Council, and they have appointed Deandra Pritchett to that position. There is a position appointed by the Audubon Town Council President, and she was absent from the meeting on Thursday night, and so we just need her to appoint somebody that doesn't take a public hearing or anything. And then we need one appointed by the county council. And it's not a lucrative position, so it wouldn't conflict with any other duties anybody would have who you appoint. When Attica was setting this up with Fountain County's board president is the representative that they nominated to be on the EDC, but she is coincidentally the liaison between Fountain County and Attica, so she was kind of a natural selection for that. But there's, it would be good if you were familiar with Audubon, but not required. And so I'm trying not to nudge you guys. It can be anybody in Benton County. Frankly, it could be probably anybody in Benton or Tippecanoe County, but we're only required to deal with one county's council. The statute, the legislators know that there are several cities, I think there are 12 that overlap county boundaries. You just need, when that happens, one of the 2 counties has to provide the space for the position. And so all this would be is an appointment to a 3-person commission. Then the first meeting is going to be September 18th, 6 o'clock. And, the two economic development plans have already been passed and generically say that the RDC will be assisting with utilities and infrastructure as the areas develop without committing to any terms right now. Those all have to be hammered out, so there will be more information later, I guess is my point. But this is a request, then I have a certificate that, where you would appoint your person, and I have the town council's appointee, and I'm gonna have Amy Brown do her appointee on a certificate, and then I'll have your certificate, and then the 3 certificates will be entered into the record on September 18th, which will be will take about 15 minutes. Which, if it's like Attica's just literally 6 months ahead of Otterman on this process. They're adding a big subdivision on the south side of Attica, just north of Oval's Body Shop on 41. Questions?
Well, I feel like we have somebody that would fit that bill perfectly. What's your thoughts, Ron?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
I mean,
There's no conflict with
There's no
Ron being part of.
No, in fact, it would be, the comments from Tom Pittman for today, here's what he said about the county council nominated member. Judd, please contact the attorney for the Benton County Council. I did that, he's okay with this today, he's familiar with this process. Tell him the town needs to appoint members to the town's Economic Development Commission, and for such purpose, the town is required to have the county council nominate one person to serve as a member of the Otterman Economic Development Commission. This nomination should be made at a meeting of the county council. Simply an oral vote, no county council document is needed. Then the town council president would appoint, Amy Brown would appoint your nominee to serve on the Economic Development Commission. See attached form for your appointment. Note, the county council attorney is likely to ask you for a recommendation. If the county council so ask for a recommendation. And then this is important. So you don't have to decide this today. I don't know how much deliberation you'd give this, but Fountain County did not decide it on the spot because they wanted to study it more. And so they had a meeting, they were gonna have a meeting 30 days later. And then I told them about this statutory requirement. If the county council fails to make its nomination within 15 days after you notify the county council, the town council president can select an additional member instead. And I said to them, and I'm telling you, that if you didn't act today, we're not doing that. We would wait till your next meeting, and after your next meeting passed, if you hadn't nominated anybody, it's gonna be go time on this September meeting, because we're gonna have to start getting things put together for it. And so that's not like a veiled threat or anything. I'm telling you, the law says 15 days after you're made aware of it, if you haven't done it. And so when they heard that, they held a special meeting that was like 14 days later and appointed the president, who was the nominee, or the liaison for the city of Attica anyway.
I don't know any reason why we wanna wait.
I was gonna say, as long as you're on board with it, you're.
Yeah, the lots have already been applied, they're in the recorder's office, and
So, I mean,
Do you have
Natural to
a
me.
clue what's coming in? What kind of development?
I have, so I have a really good idea on the Tippecanoe County side, because the bid spec package that the town council used didn't provide for like $245,000 average value home. And they were required to show some illustrations of what they were doing, and they look nice. They were nice looking homes.
But we, on the Benton
And on the Benton County side, I have no idea.
I can tell you.
How big are the along with that, how big are the lots?
sounds like roughly a quarter acre.
Quarter acre lots?
Judging by his numbers he gave. He said a little over 8 acres and 35-ish homes, so
Okay.
maybe not quite a quarter.
So that looked like a big enough space for 35 homes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
that's what I
five
was
foot of
thinking.
road.
That's what I said, 8 acres, like, well, I mean, quarter
The-
acre.
the original one showed like 36, 37, but they said,
A couple have been overbuilt by people
yeah.
across the property line. Like there's people poured patios and
Hey, that's the way it works.
yeah, it's kind of like, well, you just bought a lot in the new subdivision. Let me tell you how much those cost.
The Darby Housing Addition, the project will include the development of the 8.72 acre vacant parcel, including but not limited to site excavation, water, sewer infrastructure, stormwater infrastructure, streets, curbs, and lighting. The infrastructure will support the construction of 32 single-family homes. The projected average home price will be approximately $325,000.
So it's not low income.
Oh, no,
No.
Okay.
no. No, there's,
That's what I'm getting word that Vermillion County in Houston
Oh.
is coming in with a bunch.
no, I mean, there's the trailer court right next door, and I think as those trailers fall into disrepair, they seem not to get replaced, and I'm wondering if there's gonna be a point where that Darby subdivision blasts over and occupies it.
So Letitia, I assume from your roles and responsibilities, you're actively involved in this project already?
Somewhat. I haven't been to any of the meetings. What I'm doing, my part of it is the Ready To grant process. And early on, I had designated Otterburn as a growth area for housing, to support the whole region, to be honest. And they allocated, our region allocated around 2 to 2.5 million that we could apply for towards this project. So as the town gets ready and as their grant writer gets ready and gets information to me, then I'll be applying for our grant somewhere between 1.6 and 2.5 million
For the infrastructure, for
for the infrastructure, yes.
The water lines, they're already close.
That's what I was gonna ask. How
They're
far do you
right
have to
there
go?
where the roads are stepped off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's there, so it'd just be the sanitary and storm.
Yeah.
Can it handle? Is it big enough to
On that
sewer it?
second line.
Oh, yeah.
Ron Shop, that would be filled in, and Ron Shop would be.
Our wastewater plant is big enough and water.
So I know we talked a while back about our meeting from back in November and kind of summary and notes of all that. Is there anything coinciding from that whole meeting and any outcome from that meeting with this, like any grants, anything?
I don't think
From
he
that.
decides it. I think the town council president worked, and one's for your records.
Not really. What's happening right now is that I had already submitted
Filled out.
a grant proposal. Because of this developer buying this land, it's kind of changed
The original.
Otterburn's focus because this isn't the development that they were originally focused on. So we're changing the whole scope of the project, so this is a rewrite of the grant application and then being sent in. So I have just gotten this information this week, so it's kind of just a restart.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to nominate Ron Shop for the
I'll second it.
Otterburn EDC.
Jackie. Got a
Thanks,
motion,
Ron.
got a motion and a
Thanks,
second.
everybody.
Yeah, well, you're right there in the middle of it, so you're the perfect person. So, got a motion and a second to nominate Ron Shop to serve on the Town of Otterburn EDC board. Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you all.
Yep. Yep, you too. Next order of business, approval of minutes of 6/26/25. Anyone have any questions on those?
I'll make a motion to approve as.
Got a motion by Angie, got a second?
Second.
Is that Lori? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, passed.
I do have, I have some transfers that were turned in after I sent out the agenda.
Okay.
It's for FEMA.
Okay, got a motion to approve some transfers from, FEMA.
Yeah, EMA.
Okay. If there's money in their fund, they're just moving it between some categories. Any questions on that?
Any payroll?
I don't think so, no, shouldn't be.
Gas, postage, unemployment, EOC, and gas,
Ambulance billing.
equipment maintenance.
I'll make a motion to approve transfers.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Angie, a second by Brett. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, passed.
Are the commissioners gonna reach out to Jacob about the job form emails? since it's a cease and desist letter.
I can ask them, they didn't say specifically, but I can ask them.
I might not have seen them yet.
No, they did.
At least now we
Phil
know they paid
and-
for the donuts.
Phil and Sean saw them, John's county email's still not up and running, so I can ask him.
I mean, I think we, since it is a cease and desist letter and they are signed, we should at least
Address it, you know.
address it
Okay,
with
got it.
Jacob and see how we proceed. Cause Jacob, I'm sure, has nothing else to do.
Hopefully he's got a copy.
Right?
So he's got like-
Here, let me forward these to you. One by one. From each of us. Yeah.
Anything on the economic development front that we need to know about?
So,
Okay, good. Look for a motion to close.
Wow.
I'll make the motion to close.
We have a second, Katrina?
Okay.
Wanna
Your
get you in
name's
the
not on
minutes.
the, your name's not on the docket so far, so let me check. Everybody knows you were here.
Alright. Got a motion and a second to close the meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, your books for,
And that is the.
August.
Just to make sure. And it's the 28th.
Read study notes.